Hello everyone, welcome to DCC YouTube channel, and here we are going to discuss the second problem of today's weekly contest, that is high access employees. And in the problem statement it states that you are given a 2D zero indexed array of strings of access times, that is, and for each I, the access times I0 represents the name of the employee, and the access times I1 represents the access time of that employee, and the access time is represented as 4 digits using a 24-hour time format, like for example 8 a.m. or 20 to 50 something. And an employee is said to be high access if he has accessed the system 3 or more times within a 1 hour time period, and the times with exactly 1 hour time difference are not considered part of the same 1 hour period. For example, like 8:15 and 9:15, the difference between them is 60 minutes, but they're not considered under the 1 hour period because it has to be less than 60 minutes. And access times at the start and end of the day are not counted within the same 1 hour period. Like, for example, this is 5 and this is 23:50. Like, practically the difference between them is around 15 minutes, but they are not considered in the question because they are asking us within the same day. So ultimately, in the question, we have to return the high access employees, the names of the high access employees. And yeah, let's look at the example. Here, the first employee name is A, and he is accessed at 5:49. And other and that same A employee is also accessed at 5:32, and A is also accessed at 6:21. So the difference between the time periods, like it is 5:41, so the difference between 5:49 and 5:32 is less than 60 minutes, and also the difference between 5:32 and 6:21, it is also less than 60 minutes. So since the A is accessed for 3 times in this 1 hour period, so we are printing this A, whereas B is accessed only 2 times in the whole array. So since he can't be accessed more than 3 times or 3 times in the array, so we are not printing B. So the simple solution to solve this problem is that we just maintain a sorted map. Like for example, like this is the array given. First, ultimately we do is that we sort the array. We sort the given array, and we just push the all the elements into a map. Like we maintain a map which contains the name of the employee, and it is mapped to the vector containing all the timings of each and every timing of this particular employee. And similarly, cd cd is also the employee, and we are going to maintain the vector which stores the access time of every employee. And similarly jk. And uh, and what we have to check is that the difference between these timings, like 11 and 20, 11:25, 10:25 to 11:20, and 10:25 to 11:24. So the difference between any of these timings should not be greater than or equal to 59. That is, these three access timings have to be within 1 hour period. So since this array is already sorted, we need not check again these both. So ultimately we just have to check the minimum and the maximum time, that is 10:25 and 11:24. So here the difference between 10:25 and 11:24 is 59 minutes. So it satisfies the condition. So we print this, we return this AB. And also coming to CD, here it is 9 and 10:25 and 10:46. First we check these three set. So the difference between 9 and 10:46 is like greater than 59 minutes. So we just again check this interval, that is 10:25 and 10:55. So this interval is satisfying our condition. Like here the three access times are within 1 hour period. That is 55 minus 25 is 30 minutes, which is obviously less than 59 minutes. So we also print this CD. And here JK, it is just one time period. So this employee is not accessed in a 1 hour period for 3 times. So we don't print this array. So let's look at the code. Yeah. So in the code, we just maintain an answer array, and n is the access time size. First, we sort the array, and then we insert them into the map containing the string as the key element and also the vector of the particular strings. And we just make sure that we just push back the elements of the access timings towards their respective employee. And uh, and next we iterate through every element of the map. Okay, so if the map of key dot size, that is the vector size, if it is less than 3, then we continue, like we have seen in this case, right? So like if here the size of the vector is just 1, so if the size of the vector is 2 also, then it is of no use. So this size of the vector has to be greater than or equal to 3. So if it is less than 3, we just continue the, like if the vector size is less than 3, we just continue. And else we iterate through this whole vector and check whether the difference between the string array, if it is less than 59 minutes, then we push back this answer and break it. So actually I have made the calculated function, that is it calculates the difference between their timings. So yeah, so let's look at the implementation of this calculated function. See, so here uh, the difference, if for example, like if this is 11 hours and this is also 11 hours, then to calculate the difference between these two strings, we can directly just calculate the difference between 25 and 20. But in this case, like if it is like 10:25 and 11:20, we can't directly calculate the difference between 25 and 20. It would be 5 minutes, but that is not the actual answer. So here, if the difference between the hours, it is if it is equal to 1, then we have to find a different way to calculate the difference between those timings. That is, first we just calculate the 60 minus 25. That is uh, that is 10:25 to 11. That is the timing would be 35 minutes from 10:25 to 11, and again from 11 to 11:20 it is, we are adding plus 20 minutes. So the difference is calculated as 35 minutes plus 20 minutes, that is 55 minutes. So in this calculated function, I have just checked that if a of here I have just converted the string into input out in the integer thing. And if like the a of a1 is less than b1, then we time plus, that is 60 minus a2, that is we have seen that 60 minus 25 minutes, and then we also time plus that b2, like we are adding this 20 minutes again for the 35 minutes. And then we run the time here. So the calculated function just calculates the difference between the timings, and if that difference is less than or equal to 55, then we push back into the answer, and ultimately we just return the answer, which contains the strings of that, which contains the names of the strings of every employee. So yeah, that is it. Thank you.